Oh. I was gonna say, guys. Sorry, I was sending out the link and stuff. So let's get this started here. Just to let you guys know, Mafia is a game that the first hour or 2 hours, I regretted. I was like, I had like buyer's remorse. However, after playing a bit, I dig it. It still has this clunky aspect to it, but once you get the hang of it, and I really enjoy the environment, the atmosphere, like the type of cars, the time period. I don't want all my games to be that, you feel me? But I like it for this game. Oh, I dig that.
Get a better shot. Go there.
Oh shit. I shot his groin. Come on. Is he dead? No, he's alive. What's up, kiddo?
I'm reloading. You're gonna burn.
Yo, what if I brought Ellie?
That'd be cool. Oh man, that'd be real cool.
You're out of here.
What kind of thing do you want to draw? Do you want to draw that
Over here.
mini statue there? Do you want to draw that?
I'll just search up pictures, you know?
Oh, yeah, that would be the best way to do it. Thanks for the $2 AP. No audio still? Wait, there's got to be audio. There's got to be audio. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man? Goodbye, kiddo. It's a fun little game for $30. Mafia 2 still the best game in the trilogy, though. Do you like long movies, 3 hours compared to 1.5? For me, it depends on the movie. If the content, shit, I knew what I was gonna say. That if the content justifies the length, then absolutely. Like Dances with Wolves is an older one that's longer that I enjoy. There's another one that I enjoy, The Irishman. It could have been better. I think the age of Robert De Niro hurt it. Not because of the graphics, actually, but because of how he moves. You look at Robert De Niro and, in his newer movies, he looks fine. He's old, but he looks fine. But when you really think about it, he's up there in age. So when he's ripping a guy out of a joint and kicking his face in, when he's doing the kicking, they really, really should have used a body double. If they did use a body double, then I don't know what happened, but he moves and kicks and fights like an old man. I mean, some of that hurt, but some of it I really enjoyed because it let you sit and simmer in what it would have been like in real life for those people to have those conversations, to board a plane knowing you're going the whack, the president of the Teamsters, like Jimmy Hoffa, like shit. Like those moments. Fuck. But I do think this game grows on you, like I was saying before. I no longer have buyer's remorse. I did at first. I was like, oh, damn. This is probably a game, one of those games where I'll have laying around. And then if I get free time, I don't know, a year or two for now, I'll end up putting it back in and playing it again. And a little slower and maybe enjoying it. Because I like the atmosphere and the visuals and the context of the story. Not the context, but the... Oh, I don't know what that was. Wow. That frame rate is taking a nosedive.
The truck can't get through this.
I think it's too much going on at once.
Extinguishers or something. I see
I can't-
fire sprinklers up on the ceiling. We need to turn them on. There's
Well,
gotta
wouldn't
be
the
a valve
fire-
to turn someplace. Is there a way through this fence?
Ooh, I didn't know you couldn't get... Damn.
Find a way in, Tom. I'll stick with the truck.
What do you mean?
She said,
Wait, first off, who...
Get over here now. He's right.
Got it. Terror Tales. Good gang going in the... What are you guys talking about? Some Final Fantasy? You can start a free 7-day trial for PS Now and play Mafia 2 there.
Intense.
I may.
Still feel flames
I
in
may
my
play
face.
Mafia 2.
Christ.
Stay close and keep moving, fellas. Keep the booze safe. I'll move the truck with you. You see more?
Knew
Shoot
this
'em.
wasn't over. I'm reloading.
Oh, sneak through the above. Where are you at?
Found it.
Oh, that was badass. Flanking them? That's cool. See, sometimes with some of these independent games, ooh, sometimes when you flank somebody, with more independent titles, it's as if the enemy always knows where you're at. And I think that's like a finely tuned game. I think that is incredible, where enemies only act, or the AI will only react as if from what they can see, not from what the computer and the engine knows that you're doing. Like, if the enemy doesn't see you flank them, they shouldn't know that you're there. But I've played so many games where when you go to flank them when you're doing a shooting mission, they know where you're at, no matter, like, you're behind cars and all that shit. Some of the more cheaper games are like that. This game is odd though, because sometimes I'll flank
Grab a set of
somebody
wheels and watch
and
my
it'll be
back.
like
Sure
that,
thing.
where they don't know I'm there, and then sometimes I flank them and they're on me already. They know right where I'm at, no matter where I'm at, you know? Oh, am I
How the
driving
hell
now?
did Morello hear about my deal?
All kinds of beefers in this city. For now, let's get the booze back to the warehouse.
That's not the
and try
stream
not to
either.
die.
My screen has got some serious frame rate issues, straight from the game.
I knew it. We got more guys on us.
I don't know why they don't
Okay,
let me
let's
us do
slow
the
'em down
shooting.
some.
Hit 'em
I
where
would
it hurts.
much rather do the shooting than do the driving here. Is there something going on with my speed? Wait, can I shoot? I can do a little shooting. Oh, the truck's
Morello
almost
sent more
done.
guys after us.
We're screwed.
Another motor coming after the booze truck.
Oh, I'm so done. Yeah, I'm so done. I didn't realize it was a drive-in shoot at first. What's my thoughts on Xbox owning Doom now? Well, as long as they make... Oh, you know what? You're right. I didn't think about that. Huh. They could kick rocks. Doom's not enough for me to buy. Now, I grew up on Doom as a video game. Like, it was... My introduction into video games was Nintendo, you know. Nintendo, jumping right from that to another big milestone was my dad coming home from the factory, and somebody he worked with threw out like a box with this old computer monitor in a tower. The box weighed like 200 pounds. You know, the old ones back in the day. And he had all these floppy disks. And on the floppy disk was Wolfenstein. There was another floppy with Doom on it, the video game, the game. So I grew up on Doom. And I loved the new Doom games. I would not buy Xbox for Doom. Not for solely Doom. Not even close. So I would probably just start playing Doom on PC now. You know what I mean? If they got it. Now, I don't even know if they ported Doom to the PC. I would imagine, it started on PC. So I don't know why it wouldn't be on PC. So that's my thoughts. I would just play it on PC. Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
How the hell did Morello hear
I mean, it
about my
sucks,
deal?
but
All kinds of beefers in this city. For now,
they
let's
own
get
it.
the
They
booze
bought it
back to the
for a
warehouse
lot of
and try
money.
not to die.
Again, I don't know.
I knew it.
I don't know why
We
I
got
go
more
so
guys
slow
on us.
either. Look how slow I go.
Let's slow him down some.
Hit him where it hurts.
Especially up this hill. I'm just chugging along. Whoa! Was that a Tommy gun? Who lost a Tommy gun? Alright, I did a little better there. You do have to shoot at them. You'll be able to get Bethesda games on PlayStation. They won't be Xbox exclusive. Xbox only cares. Oh, hold on, let
Morello
me try.
sent more guys after us.
Another motor coming after the booze truck.
Well, are all the details out there? Because it is a possibility that they won't do exclusives, but if Xbox straight up owns Bethesda, there's no reason for them not to do exclusives. I mean, honestly, I'd probably have to look into it for more details, but it would probably be moronic for them not to do an exclusive. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. You spend all that money to buy a shit. What happened there? You spend all that money to not do an exclusive? I don't get it. I mean, maybe they, like, for me personally, I know that exclusives don't sell consoles. In my heart of hearts, I never hear or know or what the fuck? I never hear or know anybody that the game itself doesn't make them buy a console, except for those rare specific occurrences, like somebody who my cousin got sick of not having Fire exclusive, so late in the game he copped a PS4, and that's DD gaming. Late in the game, for me, that's almost inconsequential. That's in the deathbed of the life cycle anyway, the PS4. But I don't really know. I'd have to look into it, because again, I don't know if that's true, if it works like that, if they're willing to go console to console. If you're just speculating right now, then I would have to say a property like Doom. Again, if I don't know anything about it except for the 2 lines of information I read in the chat. If they own it outright, all the way, no, I don't know, no contracts that were already established or whatever other bullshit is out there. Off the top of my head, I just don't know why they wouldn't, with a brand new console, why they wouldn't come out with the bomb-ass Doom game, timed exclusive for the Xbox and PC, maybe kick it down to PlayStation later on. Because that's the only other console it goes on. Is Doom on the Switch? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, just because of I don't know. I feel like it might be on the Switch, but I don't have the Switch. Game's pretty buggy. I had a character I was chasing get stuck and couldn't continue because he glitched into a wall. I've hit a couple glitches. Nothing game breaking though. Not yet, except for that what you guys saw. How do you think The Walking Dead will end, Ronnie? Well, I already covered this. If you go back and watch a couple of my older videos, I think I talked this one down to death. It's pretty much going to be at this point in time, because again, one episode can change your whole prediction. I think that's why I avoid these questions, because if the Walking Dead ended during Negan, during the Whispers, during Commonwealth, the story would be dramatically different during each individual story arc. So at this point in time, we know it's going to be the Commonwealth. We know there's other spin-offs going on. It doesn't make any sense to kill everyone. It doesn't make any sense to time skip far into the future, although that's probably something they will do to give something to the fans that was from the comic. It makes sense to establish the Commonwealth and the network of communities as a successful thing that they did, and branch the future stories off of that. Knowing, like, for example, let's jump 5 years into the future. You're watching Daryl and Carol spin-off, and in that spin-off, in that world, you know, some of the older characters from the original show are still out there, still alive, and they're even living at the Commonwealth. But because of Daryl and Carol on this journey, you're watching their story unfold when they're heading, who knows? I don't want it to be Mexico. I don't understand why the writers put that in there. I don't know if it was something like an Easter egg where one of the characters mentioned Mexico years ago. The reason why I say it's stupid is because they did that on Fear the Walking Dead. And Walking Dead as a franchise has this painful repetitiveness to it, where often things repeat in an unbearable way. And that's another aspect of that. Oh, we're going to have a spinoff. We're going to leave. We're going to go. And yet the first place they bring up is somewhere where they already had a show take place at. Just doesn't make any damn sense. Let me catch up on some of these. Yeah, White Panda says you'll still be able... Now, is this confirmed or are you speculating? Because the way you're making it sound is it's 100% confirmed. You'll still be able to get Bethesda games on PlayStation. They won't be Xbox exclusive. Xbox only cares about selling Game Pass subscriptions, not consoles. Again, if they came out and confirmed that, I would believe you. Up until this point, I would count it as speculation. Do I think Xbox is concerned with exclusives? No, I don't. Not at all, because they don't fucking got any. However, I wouldn't put it past them for anyone, you know, who is a shot caller in Xbox to come up and be like, yo, I think we could get away with doing this, this, and this because of this, this, and this. So I would have doubts that it would be, unless they confirmed it, then it's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, and there's still a chance they'll make it multi-platform. I don't think there's any worry right now, guys. Someone just asked a question. Favorite Walking Dead character that is in the current show? Still Rick. Get more money if it's not exclusive. Here's the thing. Yes, I think you would. Obviously, you're going to sell more. However, you get paid for it to be an exclusive. And I know nothing. I've never even had a conversation with anyone about how much companies get for exclusives. So keep in mind, if you're selling a game, let's say I make Doomsday Kingdom and I'm going to sell the game, and it might sell, I don't know, 30,000 copies. And what I make off of that would be a certain amount because I'm breaking bread with everybody down the line. But if Sony was like, oh, we'll do it exclusive on our console, and we'll pay you yada, yada, yada to put it exclusive, that amount of money for a more independent title might beat out the money I would make breaking bread with everybody, you know? Like I said, I don't think I've ever read anything about. That's just something I wasn't really interested in, so I'm not really sure. They spent $7.5 billion. They're going to make it exclusive. See, the price tag would lead me to believe, unless they have a whole nother plan, unless they know, we're going to make the money anyway. There's zero point in making it exclusive. Unless they know for a fact, I just don't see them going, again, outside of that, I just don't see them going, we'll spend that money and not do anything with it. Deathloop is a Bethesda game, and it will still be PlayStation exclusive game to start. Deathloop, is that fair, though? Deathloop is already out. Like, what we see in the consumer landscape is months up to a year and more behind what the companies and corporate and contracts and agreements, it's always behind. And I mean, sometimes we lose sight of that, but Deathloop, they could have already made their contracts and already did all, I don't know. I heard that's a game, or I believe that's one of the games that's coming out relatively soon. It's already been marketed. It's already been yada yada yada. That could already be in the works, and so I'm not sure. Doom 2016 is on the Switch. This game is like Boardwalk Empire. I like Boardwalk Empire. They even have a dude that looks like Jimmy Darmody, but like a little fatter version. Do you think Grand Theft Auto game would work if you played as the cops instead? I think there could be a version that you play as the cops. I mean, think about it. You're a cop. You roll around an open world looking for criminals. You can either be a good cop, bro. Right now, just off of like my brain, as I'm speaking those words, my brain instantly thought of 5 different video game scenarios that would make that like a bomb ass idea for making Mad Bread. That would be fun as shit. You can be a good cop. You can be a criminal cop. You can go, because it's open world, you can only deal with the underground, or you could be a good cop and only deal with politicians and putting on a good face for yada yada yada. That would be fire. I mean, that would be fire. Go around town looking for the crimes. I'm pretty sure they had a game where you can arrest people, but it was like in the middle of action scenes. Better be a Rick reunion on The Walking Dead. I wouldn't count on it, AP. For real. Do you see the preview special for The Walking Dead tonight? I don't know what it is. I already saw the finale, so I'm not really paying attention
How
to The
the hell
Walking Dead.
did Morello hear about my deal?
Again, it's...
All kinds of beefers in this city.
What's it for?
Let's get
If
the
it's for
booze
the
back to the
finale, I
warehouse.
don't care. I
Try
already
not to
seen
die.
it. But was it cool? Or is it for something different?
I knew it! We got more guys on us!
Okay, let's slow them down.
Are they going to do a
Hit 'em where
Mafia
it
too?
hurts.
This is stupid. This part is stupid. I'm fucking gunning it, and the truck's already dead. Deathloop isn't out until
Morello sent more
2021.
guys
That doesn't
after
matter though. That doesn't matter at all. It matters how far along they are with all the deals and back end stuff. Like I said before, it's 6 months to a year, sometimes a year more, where they're putting all those deals into place. The only thing I do know of is having real small knowledge of different things between businesses, organizations, or whatever it is, selling off. There's other aspects in there that need to be bound by their contract and play out all the same. You get what I'm saying? So if Deathloop already has, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if it's coming out in 2029, you know, if they already put out enough stuff to lock them in the contracts, it just doesn't matter when it's coming out. Because 2021 for the video game industry, that ain't shit. That's like, you know, it's right down the street. Same thing for movies in a way. Bethesda loves their microtransactions. That could be a reason why they keep it there. For next gen, you like PlayStation or Xbox? I'm PlayStation all the way. PlayStation has exclusives. Xbox doesn't. I really don't give a shit about anything else outside of that. Well, I will say the interface on PlayStation, for me, I find it leaps and bounds more fluid than Xbox. Xbox feels stiff and I don't know, stiff and I don't know what else to say. It just feels stiff, uninteresting visually. Sony already made a deal with Deathloop, and the head of Xbox said they will honor those deals. See, that pretty much sounds like it lines up then. I run around Wild West as a bounty hunter and catch all the crime lords. That would be so. You could play any Red Dead online. Oh shit, that would be similar then. Yeah, True Crime. That's the one I was thinking of. You play any Red Dead Online? No, I haven't. Cop options in a Mafia style game: be kick-ass, be informant, mobster, corrupt cop, etc. That would be mad fun, yo. If you could start out as the small guy, but have a little more flexibility or control of your growth. You know, like get in the if it was a cop game, you can get in the cop car, roll around and look for crimes and criminals. But if it was a Mafia game, open world, while you're a little you have a little more control and it's a little more in depth as far as what the environment is doing, you can walk out into the street and just drive out there and look for people that are selling booze, and you can rip them off. Then you'll have to look for a location to sell the booze and grow your reputation. That shit would be fire. But it's gotta be good gameplay too.
Okay, let's slow them down some.
Like, it's gotta be smooth. I think PlayStation 5 might bring some of those games for real, and Xbox, the new generation, I mean, the next generation of gaming. Because that would be fucking fire. Oh, you can shoot behind you.
Morello sent more guys after us.
Another motor coming after the boost truck.
Oh, I shot him. Look, just doing that. Look behind and shot his ass. That was pretty slick. Oh, shit. There, boy.
Sam's going through the Hooverville.
Oh, I guess we are
Hooverville. That is awesome. That's what this was before, little shanty towns. You guys ever heard of Hooverville? Back after, get the fuck out of here. Which way to go?
They don't stop coming, do they?
Well, the lead car should slow the fuck down. I hope he's not getting shot at because I'm like way far away. And the lead car should be slowing down. It should be built into the game because you can only go so fast.
Thank Christ for that. Let's head home. See what we got.
We got the booze.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
I know it didn't go to plan, but
Catch up to the
got the
objective.
booze.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm right
But
here.
tonight, me and you are gonna drink a bunch of it.
I guess we earned that much.
If I failed because I was too far behind, I would have been pissed.
Looks like a 38. Morello's boys caught up with you?
Yeah, boss. We took care of it.
What about the kid from Kentucky?
He took a slug to the shoulder, but he's a tough blocker. He and his crew dusted out as soon as we bumped off Morello's hatchet men.
Getting shot will give Gates and his pop another reason to ice Morello out of the whiskey business.
I'm doing disc.
Well, let's see if this hooch was worth all the trouble. Excellent. I'll work out the details with Papa Gates. But once we're running this Kentucky Brown, we'll be back in brass buttons. Good work, son. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. Saludo!
Saludo!
Yeah, if most of the games I've been excited about this generation has been Sony exclusives. So if I look at even recently, God of War, The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone was another big one. And again, that wasn't for critics. It wasn't something that blew them away. But for me, it was
Sounds like
my game
Salieri
of the
was
year
getting
for
ready to make his
2019.
move.
And again,
Working
that
up
was
to it,
just the
maybe.
past year. You know what I'm saying?
Prohibition ended, and the bootlegging business got knocked on its ass.
I'm sure there's
Fighting
tons
over
that I
booze
just
meant next to
don't
nothing.
even think of if I look through my
Took
games.
us a few years to
A
recover.
lot of them, the biggest
did
ones,
bounce
are
back,
exclusives.
boy,
So that's why I just
it was
stick with
something.
Sony.
We took what dough we had.
Especially
from
knowing they're
moonshine
coming out with
and
Days
Canadian
Gone
whiskey,
2.
Invested into new records.
Last of Us
Some of them
is
even
dead.
legal.
Fuck 'em.
Construction,
What
restaurants,
else?
trucking, gambling. We branched out into everything, except peddling dope. By 35, things were looking up.
Yeah, they
We had
filmed
good
in
money rolling in on
North
the regular.
Carolina.
I had a
Wilmington
wife and
and
daughter.
somewhere else, I
Sam was
think.
running a club for the Don. Even Paulie had a few records of his own. Wasn't exactly happy, but what do you call it?
Content.
Yeah, that was it. And Salieri, he finally
Yeah,
starts
Xbox
talking about
might be starting to
getting
do
out of Morello's
exclusives.
shadow. Maybe buying our own
That
cops,
could be-
our own politicians.
Something they start with the Bethesda purchase.
That's interesting. You think Salieri was sourcing highbinders in 34?
You know what's funny? I hear
Maybe.
a lot of stories
Wait.
about people getting
Well,
the
a
Red
few
Ring of
years
Death,
back, a voice
people
spoke
getting
of
the
judge's
Sony,
solicitation of a minor.
I don't know, like
Once
a
in the box,
brick
he started
console or
confessing
whatever.
all sorts of misbehaving, trying to
I've been a
get a
gamer my
deal.
entire life. When the
But he copped
Sega
taking
Genesis came
kickbacks
out,
from
we
Raul
had it.
and
We bought it.
Norman
When the
Salieri.
Sega Saturn,
Playing
we
him
had
off
that.
on another trying to
PlayStation
goose
1,
the tape.
PlayStation 2,
Once
PlayStation
Morello
3,
found out, he
4,
threatened to bury the George's
and
kids in
soon
beach,
5.
still breathing,
I've
of
never
course.
had a
Correct.
system crap out. Not one.
It was a missing piece.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy to
that?
me. I believe some of
Morello
them
was
do.
always
Don't get me
winding us
wrong.
up.
I think
But he
a
never
friend
did
of mine
anything that
had
might
one
start
crap
an
out.
all-out war. Learning Salieri
No, I
was
think
building
I
his
had
own
an
bench must have
Xbox.
finally
Shit the
tipped the
bed.
scales. Because in
360.
35, he hit us with both barrels.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've never had. I've never had a console do that. Do I care about Scream 5? Well, I guess I'm
His
interested.
face and pasted it on his
Absolutely,
face.
but I just don't
Oh, hey, boss, what's going on?
I'm glad
Hollywood.
you're here.
I just don't have any faith in him. Not even a sliver of faith in him.
boss. I'm going to Pepe's for lunch, but Carlo called in sick. You up for a drive?
Yeah, I can't wait for Days
Sure,
Gone.
boss.
Bravo.
I already know it's not
I'm
even
already
going to be
starving.
out until, let's say, 2022 at the earliest, but still.
You got a piece on you?
Late 2021
Yeah.
would be the bomb.
Think I'll need it?
You know how it is. Things with Morello have been a little quiet lately. Maybe it's just got me jumpy is all.
I would love for them to do what they did, but upgrade it. You know what I'm saying? That would be the shit. That's one thing that, even though I hated this story from Last of Us,
So
there
how's
was
business,
one
Tom?
criticism that
You know
I
how it
literally
is.
wanted to just go through the TV
Sure,
and
I know the
slap
business. I
some
see the
critics,
books every day.
both
But
in the
since-
industry and YouTube critics. And I'm sorry if you're one of them, but anyone who said it plays just like part 1, I just wanted to, like, I don't know, hurt them physically. That's such a stupid thing to say. I understand sequels,
I have been looking
some of
forward
them
to this
change
all
things
week.
and yada yada yada. I don't know if I should play this. I don't care about the story.
Wait
A
till you
little
taste
bit.
the
I care a little
cassava.
bits and pieces.
Oh.
But
Oh, more wine. Hey, more wine here, please, quickly.
I just don't understand.
You're going
I
to
love
love this
playing
wine.
part
It's
1 and part 2 where it's upgraded but not wildly
Don't
different.
Salieri.
Having
Welcome,
the
my
ability
friend.
to block
Welcome.
in some of the
Good to see
movements
you,
within The
Pepe.
Last of Us
Yes,
Part
hey,
2,
come.
I think they did a
Our
great
guest has
job
arrived, eh?
keeping it
What's on the menu today?
structured
My mother,
like
she would
part
be so
1.
honored if you tried her
Upgraded, upgraded
bravo.
enough to make
Oh,
the,
Danny, let me get you
combat
check
and
for you, huh?
gameplay smooth and enjoyable.
See, please.
So I don't want Days Gone to be totally different in the gameplay and yada yada yada.
And to drink.
Keep that,
Chianti.
but upgrade
I've been
it
saving
with
this
what you
just
can
for
do
you.
with the finer
bene, bene.
details and the finer details within the gameplay mechanics. Done. Obviously, you got to focus on story
Enjoy,
and
huh?
everything, but I'm just strictly talking about the gameplay.
I'm glad you're off the roof, Tom.
Thank you very much for the
Sarah threatened to
constant
leave me if I
compliments.
didn't
TDN
try out.
lives on. I appreciate that.
I know.
You make my night. I
She
just
told
want
you.
Ben's studio
No.
to remaster Uncharted Golden
I put her
Abyss
up to it.
already. Oh,
Drunkards get
leave
sloppy.
me out of
Tom.
that one. Wasn't that the one that was on the
I didn't want you
Sega?
to make a mistake we couldn't live with.
What was that thing? Whatever. A little handheld.
For you? And for you.
Ah, Peppy, the meal is a masterpiece as always.
Molto grazie, Don Salieri. Praise from such a gourmet as you, it filled me with joy.
You wouldn't call me a gourmet if you knew what I had for supper.
Get down!
What the hell? Morello! Bastard could have at least let me finish my wine.
Hey, Salieri! Come out of there and we'll make this quick.
Smoke 'em out, Joe. Shit, watch out!
You fucked up my car. It's on. Yeah, PS Vita. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that documentary, the gaming one.
We aren't going out the front door. Can you move?
Not fast enough. We're gonna ambush these boys. I'll keep them entertained while you slip out the back and circle around.
You sure, boss?
Blow them all down, Tommy. Not one of them goes home tonight.
Okay, boss. Be careful.
Tom, just be quick about it.
Oh yeah, I like the sound of this mission.
Take them out, Tom. Go!
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to shoot them. Oh fuck it.
Boss, I got this!
I got this, and then dies. I fucked that up bad. What's up, Ronnie? PS5 developers are finding it much easier to develop games. I pre-ordered a PS5. Can't wait, man. I was gonna pre-order. I was really thinking about it. I didn't have the money, but Sony doesn't charge you until they ship. So I figured, I was like, yo, all right, I could figure something out and work some overtime or yada, yada, yada. Find some way to get it, you know? Because I wasn't planning on getting a console, so I didn't budget for no console. Anyway, well, they sent me a link that wouldn't open with Chrome or something. It kept failing. There was a few other people that had that problem. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take it as a sign. I'm not going to stress it. So you guys enjoy it. I'm going to play catch up sometime late 2021. I'll probably get the PS5, and by then I'm hoping they'll have a good library of games. So you hold it down for me, work those bugs out, and I'll catch up with you guys in 2021 sometime. Well, I don't understand this shit. How the fuck? I'm just getting blown away here. They want me to go through this door that's literally in the middle of gunfire, or right in the front of gunfire. I'm fucking done. I want to see what this looks like. Oh, that doesn't even blow up. Looking forward to open world zombie game State of Decay 3 on Xbox. I looked at State of Decay. I'll be honest, man. I don't know. It didn't look fun. It just flat out didn't look fun. That doesn't mean part 3 wouldn't be any good, so I might keep an eye out for that. I'm up for any zombie game that looks interesting, but I just couldn't get behind that. Yo, you know what would be exciting? On some real shit, PS5 comes out, and I think this would be real clever. I don't know how it can be done. I don't know the behind the scenes stuff that needs to be done for this, but imagine if they come out with a remastered Days Gone. Now, I'm not saying remastered, like fully remaster all the, just some type of soft remaster where maybe it makes some of the visuals cleaner, some of the animations, but some of the gameplay maybe more hordes, something like that, where more hordes and what was the graphics, especially when you're zooming on the motorcycle, the frame rate isn't, you don't get the pop in and all that shit. Man, if you had a really smooth remastered Days Gone on PS5. Bring that out sometime late 2021, and then in 2022 or 2023 come out with Days Gone 2. That would be fire, yo. I think that would be great. Who do I like more, TV beta or alpha? I don't think I like one more than the other, to be honest. It'd be dope if they did a Tomb Raider and Uncharted crossover. All PlayStation needs to do is buy Square Enix. That might be alright. To be honest, I don't know why I keep saying to be honest tonight. This is what I would do. If I was put in charge of Tomb Raider right now, I would make the greatest selling Tomb Raider game ever. You know how? The marketing would show her in her classic suit, the little, tan, skimpy shorts, huge knockers, but not ridiculous huge. But, sexy physique, slim waist, that blue iconic tank top with the double pistols and the ponytail, however they had that set up, with her glasses. So the classic look from the original Tomb Raider, I think like 1, 2, and 3 maybe. That's when they started messing with her look. Come out with that shit with a fire-ass story. Yo. See, I don't understand this. Maybe I have to go over here. Alright, so where do I go?
Plug these greasers, Tommy. Take them all out.
Oh my god, they're still shooting. That level design is fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
I'll be back once it's clear.
Yeah, that level design is fucking retarded. And now I can't shoot between shit.
Come and get me, you sons of bitches!
Boss, I got
Oh
this.
my god, it
Why
won't
don't
let
you
me
get
shoot,
down?
motherfucker.
Got him on my back.
I'm reloading, brother.
Come and get me, you sons of bitches!
Alright, give me that gun.
I'll be back once it's clear.
I thought I saw a med kit
Your
over
boss
here.
didn't have the stones to come do the job himself, huh?
Oh, it was over here. I don't think I used the revolver. Where are you at?
Get these guys off me!
Oh.
Got one hurting!
Taking cover.
Tom Morello finally ran out of pace.
Damn.
They're on me! We killed him! Set him afire!
Yeah, good job, boys. Oh shit, wait. Oh, this I wanted to try. Since I'm doing a shootout, let me try... Where is it at? Reset. Police response. On-foot camera vehicle. Tutorial. Skip. Wow, maybe I'm losing my mind. I could have sworn there was a... aim assist. There we go. It's on low. Off. Let me try high. I want to see what that does. Because there's something real floaty about aiming the gun. And I don't want it to automatically aim it for me. But when you play Last of Us 2, if you control the aim assist slider... I was looking for something to climb, but I don't think they want me to climb. Oh, there we go. No? If you control the slider...
Angelo's coming through the alleyway!
Oh,
With me!
it's actually real interesting to see how they do it for the aim assist. Like it'll guide you. So even if you're real close, it'll just guide you to give you that little bit extra. And I want to see if it's the same on this.
There.
You still free!
I think it is. just guides you. It doesn't auto snap it. Maybe it does. Let me see. Oh, I think it does. Yeah, it does auto snap it. I don't know if I like that. If you don't use it like that, it's probably fine.
Hey, you like this?
Don Salieri! Boss! It's clear!
Oh, look at the balls on this kid. You really saved my ass, Tom.
We gotta go, boss. The cops will be here soon.
I need a minute to catch my breath.
Yeah, the Thing adaptation
Let
is
me get you back to
interesting.
the bar.
No, not the bar. We're going to see Carlo. That son of a bitch knew where I was going today, and he calls in sick.
He set you up.
To us, Tom, you could have ended up just as dead.
Yeah, I know, boss.
Carlo's jacked up with some dame in Holbrook. Let's go see what he has to say about all this.
What's my take on Morgan being the cure? Fucking stupid. So I hate. I know a couple people that are privy to the knowledge of what happens in Fear the Walking Dead. Like, I know probably 6 people that have already seen the first, like, 2, 3, 4 episodes of the new season. And I get the feeling that
No, Tom,
I'm gonna rip
going
it
to be the
apart.
first and last thing this bastard sees.
Yeah, I get the feeling that I'm gonna rip it apart.
You
Because
goddamn
if he's,
dirty grifter.
I thought they were gonna have
Gonna be a
him
closed casket, Carlo.
so near death that the zombies like don't smell him. He's like, oh my god, guys, he's like that, almost dead. And I'm fucking sorry, but that's some of the
Just
dumbest
a-
shit I've ever heard.
Let me catch my breath.
You're either alive or you're dead and rotting. Done. You know? There's no like, oh, you're almost dying. That's terrible. So it's either that or it's the cure or something else, And I don't think I'm gonna like it. Oh, this is cool. Do I got a gun? No, I don't. That
Come
sucks.
back here, Carlo!
Whoa, look at that. I did a... Yup.
They're going to kill me!
Yep. Slowly, too.
Hey, we ain't finished with you!
Tommy, please! I can explain!
Oh,
Think
stop
about this,
running.
Tom! Please!
Wait, what the fuck?
Let me talk to the boss! I can explain everything!
Well, come back here then. If you are making a video game, make a game like, or play a game like, play a game like The Last of Us,
Tommy, you gotta know!
The Last of Us Part 2.
Gonna kill Mom! I have to do it! I
Like,
have
this, maybe a really bad game, and that'll show you clear things to do to polish it up some. That's something I learned with screenwriting, because I was taking courses and learning how to do screenwriting, and one thing that helped me a lot was one of the people who did the seminar, he said, get a hold of a bad screenplay or watch a few bad movies. And I tell you what, when I was first learning
help me!
how to, the structure of
Come back here,
movies and
Carlo!
what's good versus bad, what helped me a ton was watch a few good movies and then pop in some bad ones. It's
Hey,
like
we ain't finished with
it's
you!
like an express course
I can explain!
of learning right from wrong.
Think about this, Tom! Please! Let me talk to the boss! I can explain everything! Tommy, you gotta know! Morello, he was gonna kill Mom! I had to do it! I had to! They made me do it, Tommy! Please! I can explain!
There's only so many rules in this life. You broke them all.
I didn't know that's what they meant.
Is he still alive?
I'm not sure.
Better not be.
Now we're sure.
Hey, Sergio, how are you? Keeping out of trouble?
Sure. Who's this? Wait a minute. Is that Gordy? It is. Hey, Gordy, how you doing, buddy? Hardly recognized you. What'd he do?
You said you were having some trouble down at the docks, right?
Yeah? It's nothing I can't handle.
Yeah, well, I did some asking around. This asshole was planning a strike. Strikes are no good for business. Unless you don't want to call him for it, right?
Right.
So I decided the union needed a change in leadership. Is that all right with you?
Of course.
Good. Now, what about that, other thing?
That's why I'm here. Salieri's still alive.
God damn it! What happened?
I don't know yet. Crew we sent is dead. Restaurant's all shot to hell.
Stop your crying. Trying to have a conversation here. What about, the cockroach Carlo?
Found him with his head smashed in like a fucking watermelon. Never seen anything like it.
So yeah, he must have figured Carlo was the rat. God damn it. Even hear myself think.
It's gonna be a war.
I told you to shut the fuck up! We've been at war since we killed Papone. It's just out in the open now.
What do you want me to do?
Make your rounds. Tell the boys to keep their eyes peeled and their powder dry.
Okay. Put the word out.
Hey. Just, keep your head down, little brother.
You too, Don Morello.
I don't know about you guys, but I almost never talk to my... Well, no, I never talk to my brother like that. You too. Insert whatever your name is now for the movie. It's like, it's not how I talk to my brother. I'm like, you too, dickhead. The fuck. Xbox owns Evil Within now too. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do.
We're at the start of something. Something big.
You think?
Morello tried to kill the Don. Not Tommy, not Paulie, not anyone regular.
Thoughts on upcoming Exorcist movie? I don't care about Exorcist. I think it's ridiculous because the original still holds up. Some of the dated effects work. Uncanny Valley for me though. Yeah, I don't really care. I think some of those classics, I don't think they'll ever top like they did it. Have you played Tomb Raider Legend? I've played all the Tomb Raiders. Yeah, The Last of Us TV show. It would be good to get an update on what's going on with that. Resident Evil Infinite Darkness teaser trailer? No. I saw the Village one. Joe Pesci should be in this game. Yeah.
Hey.
No.
You're needed up the stairs.
That's not
I'll go
Robert
straight
De Niro.
Up. It's war, Thumb. From today, we are at war.
Yo, yeah, Manhammer. I think that would be awesome to do. Listen, COVID got in the way of a lot of people's shit, you know? And business-wise, there was two things that came back to back. They were a year apart, well, about 2 years apart, but one of the first things was the remember that big strike where who was it again? Somebody sued Google or there was this tech guy, and he tried selling Google software to figure out whose videos is inappropriate, some shit like that. Anyway, Google turned the deal down, and then that guy went to the newspaper that his like uncle owned or whatever, like rich guy problems, right? And then that's what caused that whole big shit where Walmart pulled out, Pepsi pulled out. Like, you remember that a few years ago? Well, that was the first thing that crippled this channel. We just got to the point where we were pulling in 5K a month. Let's say just about like the second month into being consistent. Like, we hit this drive, we hit the second month 5K and then 5K, and then that shit came out, and then the next month we took a little dip, and then the following month after that was in the thick of it with the what was going on, and I think we went from like 5K to $600 in like instantly. And that was a bad time. And then we crawled back up, but it was never the same. For whatever reason, it was never the same after that real big deal.
Yeah.
I could have done something else. I've been saying for years, I could have just went right into like Hot Topics news, you know, especially with how crazy 2020 is. That shit, I probably would have been rich already and just could slide into something else. You know what I mean? Like, we could have slid into just the comic stuff, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, and then now with COVID, I was, you know, doing some stuff and getting things prepared to do a short, a short horror movie.
Finally going.
And that's still possible in the future. Let's say 2021.
First, we have to soften them up.
Maybe
got the
we
cops,
do
the politicians,
some
and even some
short
judges in his
horror
pocket.
movie.
We
I think
can't
that
afford
would
to
be
bite
awesome.
them all off, so we need to scare them into abandoning Morello's sinking ship.
We bump off the right idiot. The rest are going to realize sticking with Morello ain't too good for their health.
First in line for the pine box is this asshole, Galati. The counselor's still seeing red over his dead kid, so he's never going to turn on Morello.
Christ.
See,
that
this
guy's
is
been
such-
giving us fits since 32.
This is such a
Let me
good
take care of him,
concept
boss.
for an open world
Why do you think you're
game
here?
because, like, think about, and again, this is built off of an old game, but imagine Ghost of Tsushima. It's very similar. You have a location that is being conquered, right? So it's being occupied. Now, the occupying forces will attack you if they see you. It could be the same thing. You can actually go out into this world and look around, and then suddenly you'll run into the enemies, and you won't even know they're enemies. They'll be like regular guys. Maybe they can look at each other, and again, it'll add that realism and immersion into the game. And then they'll attack you right on the street, and then when cops come, some of them get arrested, some of them run away, some of them have a shootout with the cops, and if the cops don't see you, like if you're in a shootout and you duck behind an alleyway, you can watch the other bad guys get in a shootout with cops. And again, that's shit that you can do in Ghost of Tsushima. Am I saying it wrong? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But anyway, this type of environment location, fuck, I skipped that, is perfect for a gangster game. Somebody should do another gangster game, keep it in this era, and do something similar to that. I think the immersion would be so fun. Like, this is neat, don't get me wrong. This is like, you know, why did I go in this room? I mean, this is good. It's just, for someone who really likes this style game, I think somebody could make something that's real incredible. Am I going to make a separate channel for skits? No. Anything that's official will be posted on Make a Path Presents. That's always been the plan, for that to be the official channel for polished content. But again, we're not doing skits like little tiny skits. I guess maybe if I found a crew and we weren't dealing with the COVID. COVID makes it tricky because when you're doing lockdown and all this other stupid shit, it's hard to meet together and you know, film stuff. But if we filmed a real official short, I would like to look into getting like some type of decent distribution with something, you know. Depends on how big it is, how I don't know. It depends on the project. But we would either air it on Make a Path Presents or distribute it some other type of way, you know. Again, I don't know all the different options. Just as a loose example, like where you can buy it straight off of Amazon Prime, or just as a loose example. Get to the docks. What is that fucking... I don't understand. Wait, where the fuck am I? Yeah, I'm here. Oh, I don't understand why they do that, because it makes it look like what I need to do is in that building. You know? That's something that I don't like either. Let me go over here and pick a better car. Oh. Hey, I didn't know I could get a motorcycle. Let's do that. Fuck yeah. Hey, look at this. Oh, that's right. I signed up for an account. They give you 3 vehicles, I'm pretty sure. What? Yo, that's fire. I like that. Wow, that's quick. I like that a lot. Holy shit. Bro, it is like the sensitivity. It's like you smoked meth and jumped out of an airplane, and shit is off the hook. And we're not talking like the driving, we're talking about looking. Like when I look left and right, that shit is like 1,000,000 miles an hour. Is that a cop? No. Oh shit. I was gonna do a whole U-turn, but never mind. Oh, I did a wheelie. Oh, there we go. Hey! The little things in life, bro. I hope Sam doesn't need to come with me. We'll need to steal a car for that.
Attention, folks, attention. We'll get you all aboard, but we will...
What if Red Dead 3 was in this time period? Yeah, I think that would be cool. You know, especially with Rockstar. That would probably be my favorite. I doubt they would do that though, because Red Dead has like this Wild West theme to it, you know?
No doubt in my mind.
That would be fire.
And all this after the loss of his son.
He's gonna clear up this city, you know. And he can throw one
Scarface would be cool, but I wouldn't want to remaster though. After playing this, thinking about getting a Scarface game, I would rather just do a whole new Scarface game. Something that is of the time and epic. I don't want to piss around with...
Galati always throws the swellest parties.
I don't want to piss...
Guests wait in line. Get in
Oh,
line.
you fuck off, bitch. Oh, I can't
Get
punch
in
him?
line.
I wouldn't. Not ever. Yeah, but I better
Hey,
read about
baby.
these
Need a
anarchists
date?
and
Need a date
have a
there,
look at my
baby?
life. I think, why wouldn't
You know this whole shindig
Why wouldn't
cost
you
nearly
act
$5
like
grand?
I'm trying to punch people. They won't let me punch anybody.
Sweet time, though.
You don't look like a guy with an invite.
I got friends. Just not these kind of friends.
Well, I'll tell you what I got.
Hey,
A sailor back there who works on the steamer. His head hit something heavy. But his dandy white suit's fine.
Thanks. I'll go find him.
Rockstar would make a good Mafia game. Yeah, GTA would be a good game. And again, too, having strip the driving, strip the way of the old, the thinking of the old. Get rid of the timed driving. No one fucking likes that. Let's get real. Even if you love GTA, you get used to it. But no one fucking likes a driving mission every 2 seconds. Get rid of that shit. Since it's open world and you're going to be doing the driving to explore, keep the driving with the exploration and build up the story elements, the character elements, and the actual gameplay elements. Meaning where you start off and you're just like a bottom of the barrel. You're just an average Joe. And you can actually go around town unscripted in your own way and start building up a reputation by paying attention to drop-offs. I mean, you can have it in the game where if you see certain people doing something and locking a thing off, and you have a certain level to them as well. Like maybe you go in to rob these guys of their booze and they're a higher level than you, and you don't, maybe there's a way where you can know it when you get better at the game. But if you knock them off and you get the booze, now you got to find a place to sell it. So, okay, where do you sell it? Go near an area where, let's say, speakeasies are, or where you hear of speakeasies. You find clues, and then it's up to you to look for the people and then to get rid of the booze. I think shit like that would be fun as hell for an open world game like this. Michael B. Jordan is cast in a new Scarface remake. Well, that's typical, I guess, of 2020. Well, not even 2020, but modern day. I don't see how that makes sense, though. I mean, I get the original was a knockoff of Al Capone, but the sequel was a political refugee. I don't understand how they would do it unless they go a different aspect of with it. The story I was talking about, the novel, are you talking about He Wore Her Face? But I can't get out of here. Oh, there we go.
Know you'd get a real job someday. So remember, play it cool. When you've gone some ways over the water, find the gun.
Yeah, the game came with codes. It came with...
When you've gone...
Actually, let me see. I just glanced at it. I know I get a white car and a white suit, but I haven't found an area where I could get the suit. A white car and a white suit. And then you get... oh, you're right. I didn't even notice that. You get an outfit and the motorcycle, that's from part 1. And then this guy in the car is from part 2. And then this guy in the car, that outfit is part 3. Now, it doesn't look like... Yeah, how do I change the outfits? I don't even know about that yet. Anyway. I started the account because you have to open a 2K account to get the extras. I did that, so... Oh, wait, hold on. Hold up. This week's gonna be so fucking busy. I'm not even ready for it. Got a lot going on. What was that story? Did you get the game with the codes? I think Michael B. Jordan can work because the original Scarface was Italian. The remake was Cuban. Now this will be Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree. I know you're going with. I know where you're going with, but where's the background there? Like the first one was Italian, but we're talking about Italians coming over and then generation, the next generation and growing into gangsters. But that's feeding off the immigration because a lot of the Italians were taking advantage of other Italians that were coming up because they didn't speak as much English, so it wasn't like they were gonna go to the cops and trust the cops. They didn't speak good English. They didn't trust them and this, that, and the third. So Italians kind of had their own little bubble. It dealt with immigration, but it focused more on the Scarface the Scarface, aka Al Capone aspect of it. That was real popular in the time when they made the movie. But then when they did it for the remake with Al Pacino, they used Cuba just to make him a political refugee, and that was it. And again, that was the new in that time period in real life that was popping off, and that was the new immigration intertwined within the story because he came over and all this other shit. Now you have Michael B. Jordan. I don't understand. First off, when would it take place? Would it be in the same time period? Because the first one took place in the 30s or 50s, and the second one took place in the 70s. I think it took place in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, something like that. Or maybe even 80s. I forget. I know it came out in 83, but when did it take place? Late 70s, early 80s. So I just don't know that if Michael B. Jordan is doing it, where's the immigration aspect within the story? And if you're going to cut that out, I mean, it's just not Scarface. So, yeah, you could probably count me out. Timed missions suck. Yeah, no one likes time missions. Get rid of them. Well, it's going to be a busy week because I'm desperate to stick with a timeline that I made up for getting videos uploaded again. And I'm behind on the final edits for The Boys Flaw and Awe. I'm really behind on the Day of the Dead Flaw and Awe. And I want to get moving on the horror movie Flaw and Awe that I'm doing for all of October, and probably I'm going to run with it for October and November. I want to do 2 solid months of consistent Flaw and Awe uploads, and I think I'm just going to stick with horror. But I'm already in the process of doing The Boys, so I got to just finish it. But we'll see. On top of that, there's lettering I'm still doing for the comic. The bookmarks are showing up. I got to change some stuff in the so work stuff, AP, with the comic, and there's something else. There was one other thing I had to do I'm losing track of, but Scarface based on a true story, yes and no. It's just based off of Al Capone originally. And then by the time the second one came, it's not really. It's more like a fantasy of other people who have done similar rise to fames in the drug world.
Some ways over to. So remember, play it cool. When you've gone some ways over the water.
Here's why Hollywood will change it, but keep the same name. Because I see a lot of people ask, and I've wondered that too when I was younger. I was like, why does Hollywood do that? Why do they take a name and they change the story so much? And the truth is that they don't. What they do is they want to make a certain movie, but they don't have enough pull. They don't have enough, like, no one's going to make the movie they want to make. So what they do is they find something that's already popular that corporate will make.
Like eggs and coffee.
Scarface remake. Oh shit, yeah, they'll do a.
Don't get messed up. Keep it.
I like this guy.
Suits ya.
They do a Scarface remake. All right, now that I can do a Scarface remake, I'm gonna go up to the bosses and say, "Yo,
Christ, you took your time.
remember? I'm gonna pull out my old script where it had to do with whatever the hell, and then push it through." Not because you want to make a Scarface movie, but because you want to do this script that no one else would.
You don't need
would
no
back.
fucking angel.
You know what I mean?
He's got us looking out for him.
Am I going to stream on Sunday after World Beyond or before? I think we're going to do a watch party. I'm going to wait another day or two and I'll let you know because I'm driving home from Pennsylvania on Sunday. So I think I'm going to do a watch party for World Beyond, and then we're going to go right into the stream. I haven't decided yet. You guys let me know if that's something you're interested in. Maybe a watch party for the Walking Dead finale and then the World Beyond. You know, where we can kick it and do a live discussion.
Yeah.
You guys let me know.
Who's gonna go clean the bathrooms? Heard some guests complain.
I think a watch party would be kind of cool. I can't put the screen up of the show, though, so don't think you can come here and watch it.
Check every deck.
Because AMC will just pull it down.
Don't I know you from someplace?
Nah,
your mother,
don't
bitch.
think so.
I swear I know you. Were you with the Union, maybe?
Sorry, buddy, I'm from out of town.
Listen, shitmate, go someplace else.
Bitch. Whatever,
Can't
bitch.
believe I got an invite.
Drink's still done, the guy said.
All right, guests only. Go scrub your decks. This is off limits.
Oh, you can scrub my dick. What's up, I am.
Seen the janitor any place?
Nah, but if I had to put money on it,
I like Crash Bandicoot. How are the characters and storytelling in this game? It's okay. It's okay. There's some, you know, cliche expected gangster stuff. And that's when it gets tricky with the gangster genre, because you get people who want to make a gangster movie and they want to make the stuff that they remember loving. So they love betrayals. They love the snitch. They love, oh my God, so-and-so turned on us. They love and expect all these things that we constantly get within the crime and gangster genre. And I get it, you know, because people flipping was a thing. The cops, undercover, all this other shit, prohibition, betrayals, tortures, you know, torture, all this shit. It's common, but I really wish people would swerve and take a little more risks.
Hit the gun in the John in the stern, mid deck.
Where's stern?
Next floor up, right above us. Keys on the table there.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Bryant, about remakes and stuff.
You see it right there? I left it on
You
the
ever
table
say
for
my
you.
name again, and you'll be found floating outside. Get that?
Sometimes they make a movie based on the contracts. They make a movie just to keep having the right to make it. Like, for example, I forget what it was, but one company had the rights to license what was it? Like Doom, for example. They had the rights, so they can license. I know Spider-Man had this problem, but I forget the details. Like, they had the rights to Doom, they had the rights to Spider-Man, whatever it was, and they had to make a movie, or else a certain amount of time would go by, and the rights would lapse, and it would go back to the original company or person who owns the rights. So what they'll do is they'll go ahead and pop out a movie. They'll just shit one out. And then if it nose bombs, they just write it off on the taxes or other shit. I know there was this interesting documentary. I forget if I watched it or read it, but it was about how some companies make shit, terrible, god-awful movies just for this tax write-off. There was some scam, like open as fuck too in Hollywood, where they would do that, make these terrible movies, and it would be this way to save or I forget, save money somehow. If you look at the finer details, I think the way it did it is they tried saying like, oh well, see, we didn't make as much money because we had this, which was a loss of.
You're with Salieri.
What are you gonna do about it?
Well, I'm gonna give you a beat for starters.
Bitch.
Son of
Yeah. That's one hell of a beat, bro. Wow, you're done that quick. Fuck. Let's get rid of you. Come on, you better let me throw him. They let me throw one body, and ever since then, I can't throw nobody. Come on. That's stupid. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Do you have a favorite hood gangster movie? Mine's Menace to Society, Paid in Full. I like Paid in Full. I like Paid in Full better than Menace to Society. Menace to Society is like jacked up, but I think I like Paid in Full better. I like Juice though a lot. My favorite. I know I'm gonna leave one out. I know Boys in the Hood's pretty cliche. I know that was like on fire when it came out, but I thought it was just okay, to be honest. I think it probably would be Paid in Full and then Menace to Society. I think they did it with a excuse me, with a few
Hope you're
movies
enjoying yourself.
like
As long as the bar
Fantastic
stays
Four.
open,
Sounds about
Counselor.
right.
Good man. Have an order for me, huh? Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Hey, thank you, everyone. Yeah, thank you. Hey, welcome to my little party, right?
Wait for the fireworks and then what?
So.
Oh, I guess I shoot them. What do I shoot?
Been a tough time. 3 years ago, my dear son Billy left us.
Wait for the fireworks? Fuck that, bro. Where'd you go? I want to die and see if it'll restart here or when I assassinate him. Oh shit. What's hitting me? Oh, this guy. Blumhouse kind of does that, it seems. That's a shame too. Blumhouse at first had this reputation of doing like fire, and then now it was like, now it has a reputation of shitting out stuff, and every now and then there's something that's fire. You know what I mean? I was curious if they would let me shoot. I don't know what's taking so long with this shit. That's a cool look, though. That's a real cool look for an image. Something's not right. It's taking forever. But that's a really cool wallpaper look. I wish I seen this before we did the cover to Doomsday Kingdom issue 6, because this is literally what I wanted for the cover, was a certain character just dressed just like this with a Tommy gun. I think in my notes I put he's just standing there like he's posed with it, like a classic, just posed. But now looking at this, I would have been like, this. Take that character, this. He has the bandana on, but pretty much this. Oh. That's stupid. I wonder what the last checkpoint is, though. I mean, I don't want to do no bullshit again. Like, go get the suit and all that. Gotcha. Like, they shouldn't know where I'm at exactly. Come on, bro, get out. Yo, that might be too good. Yeah, that's too good. What is hitting me? Is it the firework? I'm assuming the fireworks can't hurt me, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah, that's too much. Oh shit. Having the aim assist on, what do I have it on? Whatever I have it on. It's way too much. Yeah, it's a cool picture though. You want to see the new Candyman? It looks interesting. Yeah, the Dr. Sartain wearing the mask was dumb as fuck, bro. Oh my god, I just can't comprehend. The moment I saw that on the dailies, I would have been like, no, scratch that. I don't care where that idea came from. I would have been like, take it out of the movie. Done. You know? Done. That's it. Maybe on set, I would have had the camera there and said, all right, now come up, you know? As soon as he peeks his little no neck having ass up with the mask, I would have been like, nah, cut that from the film. Cut the fuck out of that. Because that is hella retarded.
Need some backup. There.
This is too much. Game assist. Yeah, right here. Aim assist on high is just way too much. Put it on low, and it helps you a little bit, but it doesn't control it for you. Rarely get any extra stuff in this stuff. Like,
get a better shot. Go.
Oh, I love how fast you can shoot. That's something that's real cool. A lot of games slow down how quick you can shoot, and I don't like that. got a gun.
Guy hit me!
See him?
I have his attention! Over here!
I think I looked at that already. Am I missing health? I feel like I'm always hurting. Fucking my stock on. Is that my boat? Oh, it is. All right, let's roll. Come on. No. Oh, I was gonna slide and make it epic. Maybe not. What will Naughty Dog's next game be now that Last of Us 2 is out, multiplayer on the way? Well, it's either going to be Last of Us 3, which would likely follow Abby and Lev, continuation forward. Depending on the backlash, if the backlash was next to nothing, that would be 100% the direction they're going. Without a doubt. I don't have any, without a doubt, I believe that's the way they would go. Because Ellie would just be somewhere in the world and still alive and on the back burner. And likely it will go part 3 as Abby and Lev, and then part 4 would swing back around, introduce Ellie in some way, shape, or form, depending on whether they're going to keep the cure aspect going or not. If they were, then it would have something to do with Abby, Fireflies, Ellie, being alive and immune. Oof.
Over here!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
What the hell? Oh, crap!
Where's my... How are you still alive? Where's my Tommy gun, bro? Oh, wait. Hold up. I might have killed you for nothing. Nope, that's your blood. Damn it. Thanks for streaming on your own time. Appreciate it. Hopefully there's more in the future. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, when I played Grand Theft Auto for the first time, I talked about this story, but me and my brother went over to a friend's house, and he had the first Grand Theft Auto that wasn't... I think it was Grand Theft Auto 3. Whatever the one wasn't overhead. Was it 2? Top down. The one that wasn't top down. Anyway, it was I think it was the first open world game I ever played. I was stunned. I was like... So, obviously, me being the younger kid, I didn't play it. When my brother and his friend were done playing at like 2 in the morning, they were like, hey, do you want to play? And I stayed up till the sun came up playing it. Just me, everyone fell asleep. And, oh, I loved it. From that point on, I thought my favorite games would be open world. But quickly I realized if the stories aren't good, then I end up just quitting them. Or if there's too much timed missions. Oh god, that shit's dumb. That's what bugged me with all Grand Theft Autos. There was too many timed missions. Where did this guy go? I hear ya. Where the fuck are you? The guy I'm looking for has the Tommy gun. Well, where are you, bro?
You're
finish!
Oh my god. See what I mean? Son of a bitch.
Found it! Running for cover!
She got in the way. Simple as that. Oof. I want to know how you got me. Oh, I want to shoot him as he was jumping. That would have been funny. How many bullets?
You're in my sights.
How do I not have... Oh, that sucks. This is gonna be a bad one. Just went for it. I prefer a prequel with Joel and Tommy. If they were dumb, if they were smart, and if they weren't focused on an ideology over, or I'm sorry, identity politics over making a video game, they would make Tommy and Joel and Tommy game. They would even cameo Ellie in there. Guess how? With intercut scenes from the Part 1 game that connect story-wise, maybe a character progression with stuff that happened after Part 1 in Jackson. Again, part of that would be just watching the downfall of Joel.
Stay on it! What do you think I'm trying to do?
I don't know how they would tie it up, for a singular game, but where he ends up becoming, with Ellie and Jackson, because of Part 2, we're stuck with that story, so you gotta kind of weasel your way into making it fit,
He's trying to beat the train! We can make it!
Yeah, Bitnova, that would have been probably one of the greatest games in our generation. But again, they were focused on identity politics and not making a good game.
God damn it! And look faster!
Nothing could be worse, huh? We could be peeling you off the front of the train.
He just got a good break is all.
Sergio Morella's always been lucky. He was born with more brains than his brother, that's for sure.
We'll get him, boss.
No, you two are off this job. You're broken mirrors on this one. We'll let the guy who killed Galati take a crack. Tommy here's got all the politicians scared. Maybe he can put Sergio in the ground.
What do I need to know about this guy?
Besides, he's got a lucky rabbit's foot up his ass.
Sergio is Morello's top earner. He controls the unions, which means he controls the docks.
Bonnie and Clyde game would be
everything that's
interesting.
imported into the city.
That would be
kill him,
interesting because
a
look,
big part of Morello's income
right
will
off
be
the
wiped
rip.
out.
I think I'm gonna stop here because it's getting late. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. Right off the rip, you got a jailbreak, you got criminals on the run, you got the time period,
under his car, he'll be a human torch
love
as soon as he
story,
turns the key.
It's safe
and a
to carry.
violent end.
Hey, just don't drop
I mean,
it.
listen,
Shake it, smoke near
there's room there.
Yeah,
It doesn't
see?
have to be open world, and it probably shouldn't be because of the story that's there. It probably shouldn't be. Yeah. That
Get
would
it done,
that would
Tommy.
probably be good.
For all our guys Morello's killed. And for all the money he's taken out of our pockets.
I'll take care of it,
Well,
boss.
the foundation of this game was made in 2002. The pretty little dress, you know, the cleaned up gameplay mechanics, the visual, you know, modern day visuals, that's all 2020. But it still has I believe it's got a 2002 framework to it. And I only say that because the game feels like it plays back. It doesn't feel like right now you can get Unreal Engine 4, start using free assets, and build a game in no time that feels like smoother than this, you know? Well, no, not really, but you get what I'm saying. Like it just has an old style feel to it. And the options are real limited with what you can do. Turning your sensitivity down is one of the only things you can do as far as customizing your gameplay options. There's so little that you can't actually do. Go into your... Come on. Yeah, this looks cool, though. Hey, look at that. Tommy gun case. I was looking at those for Doomsday Kingdom. I was doing some research for issue 6 because they're in a room and there's some guns laid out. Tommy gun is gonna be one of them.
Come here.
I used to run with his crew. If Morello wakes up one morning and wants to come heavy, he'll come heavy.
Nah, no,
All
he
right,
won't.
pretty sure this
Goes
is.
with his gut. There's one thing he's got.
I'm taking the bike again. Hell yeah. I'm gonna roll around in the streets for a few minutes and then we'll shut it down. So last questions you want to ask anyone in the chat? But I agree with that. Bonnie and Clyde game would be badass. Oh, fuck yeah. Hey, look at that. I got a trophy. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if they have a trophy for this. Days Gone had one. You had to burn out for like 10 seconds. I don't see why they wouldn't have a trophy because it's pretty common, I think. No, I guess not. Sounds getting to me. I wonder how long I could do, never mind. A, wheelie. Ooh, that was slick. That was all skill right there, baby. All my well-earned gamer skill. Pressing buttons. Oh, I'm doing right now. I wanted to go between those two, but it didn't work. It's coming in hot. I think I damaged my bike because it's driving funny. Maybe that's me.
It's out of control! Sector officers, now!
Motorcycle collisions being reported. Hey, watch for the motor. Ride one of those things.
Oh, this is uphill. This would be good. this would be good.
All cars, pursuit is called off. Abandon search and return to patrols.
You're gonna wait, buddy. Oh. Anyway.
Watch for the butt!
Oh, you can't shoot anybody on the motorcycle. That sucks. I wonder if I can do this. Excuse me, buddy. Are you fucking kidding me? Why don't I have a gun?
Thumbs up. Okay, arrest the guy. Calling all cars. We need more men immediately.
You don't have a gun? Are you fucking with me right now?
The suspect's been lost downtown. We'll find him. We found him. Suspect on foot.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, they don't fuck around when you attack one of their own. Lesson learned. Alright guys, I'm out of here. My motorcycles were a thing back in the 30s. Yeah. Yes, they were. And they were dangerous as fuck. Can't believe we never got a good open world Walking Dead game. I want to play as Rick in that sheriff's uniform, riding a horse through the apocalypse. If I was Robert Kirkman, that would have, in the hype, in the growing hype of The Walking Dead, that would have been almost at the top of my list. I don't understand how The Last of Us... Now keep in mind, Naughty Dog was a thing. I don't want to take away what they've accomplished before The Last of Us, but The Last of Us put them on the map in a way like they were never on the map before. Like Uncharted was some shit, right? But Last of Us is like it triple or quadrupled their fame. Their what's the word I'm looking for? It's trying to tip my tongue. Their presence, whatever. With that comes licensing and money from merchandise, which they are slow as balls getting around to. And I think they're really stubborn. I saw gaming heads. They did this really cool clicker statue. Well, they're doing an Ellie statue next. And here's where I think Naughty Dog has some weird rules, overprotective rules with it. They're making a statue based off the statue that Naughty Dog and Gentle Giant did and released already. But they let gaming heads, they're going to make it 1/4 to go with the clicker now. They gave gaming heads permission to do an alternate head to get with it, and an alternate arm with a crossbow, with a bow and arrow. So it's like Naughty Dog is only letting the companies do release the statue that they sculpted, Gentle Giant painted. Dark Horse is releasing it with machete, with bow, in the 8-inch, in the 12-inch. There's like a 19-inch resin, but it's the same statue. Anyhow, if The Last of Us could do that for Naughty Dog with relevance, with the money they make, they made money off of The Last of Us 1 and 2. Bank, straight bank. The Walking Dead was already on fire. I don't understand why Robert Kirkman didn't do that. Either take The Walking Dead and do a Last of Us style where it's linear, third person, or do a Walking Dead open world. I can't comprehend. There's something I want to talk about. I'm making plans for stuff that I would like to do in 2021, 2022, and there's an idea I want to share, but I'm going to hold off on it because I want to see if we... But this one idea I have, I was running it by a few people, and it would be fucking killer. Like, it would be killer. I just don't know why he didn't do some type of video game. And even AMC, they've done games, but it wasn't a game for the fans and with quality behind it. It was like shitty games to just get on the market to sell. They're garbage games. Most Walking Dead video games are straight trash, except The Walking Dead from Telltale started out good, but we all know how that went. I mean, it's good, but it's just flat out overhyped. The game and the story is okay. Yes, maybe better than average, but the clunky gameplay, if it wasn't Walking Dead, it probably would have been left in the mud. No one would have ever cared about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do. I just don't know, bro. I don't fucking know. Maybe you got so much money, you're just not as hungry, and you want to work on other stuff. But then again, he's not going to be sitting there doing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got all the money in the world to back Doomsday Kingdom video game, right? Let's pretend. I'm going to say, okay, listen, this is what I want. For the gameplay, I want them to do this, this, and this. For the world, for the type, third person point of view, I want it to be third person, linear, kind of like The Last of Us, but not as grounded and heavy. The realism doesn't have to be where they only jump like a foot. You can be a little more video gamey with it, where you jump a few feet. You know, it's a little more loose and relaxed and fun, but you still have to just tell them, and they'll make it. And then you can come back around and be like, okay, tighten this up, do this, have realistic animations, or have a little more stylistic animations with a lot more blood and gore. Bring in more zombies here, less zombies there. You know, like little... You don't need to do it all, though. Like, you don't actually need to do the game. Like, develop it. You don't need to create animations and deal with the sound. Other people are doing that. I don't know. We need one, though. Even though The Last of Us is out there, don't forget, I am dying for a classic, modern-day classic zombie game. And Resident Evil just doesn't cut it. They have this aspect to the Resident Evil gameplay that is sluggish. You know, you're walking down, you see the zombie, you're like, and it's just sluggish. And it's fun for the nostalgia. I love it for all that. Great. The image, it's clean. It looks sexy. The graphics are amazing. But again, it's fine. It's already out there. But I want something else for a video game. I want it a little faster. Take like Days Gone, but ramp up the graphics, tone down on the whole huge open world, tighten it up some. But man, listen, I don't know what you just put Days Gone with a question mark. I'm not really sure what. Yeah, Days Gone isn't classic zombies either, though. Classic zombies don't run. They don't move in hordes and drink water. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing at all. I'm talking about, picture this. Picture you're playing a video game that plays like a mix between The Last of Us and Days Gone, right? You start off outside in an open field, and you're running to a house that's busted, vines growing all up in it. It's like an abandoned house, and you can see zombies start taken over the field, there's that many. A wall of zombies coming for you, but there's no way to go because you have these like thorns and all this other shit, maybe a brick wall, I don't fucking know. You can only go into the house. So you go into the house, you shut the door, now what? You gather some of the wood, like as the video game player, and then you nail some of the wood on the door. By now, some of the zombies have made their way slowly up to the door. They start breaking through little by little. Hands reach through the windows, through cracks in the wall, and they're moaning and things are creaking as parts of the wall slowly, little by little, start breaking apart. So now you start looting the room. You're looting, getting some bullets. You're looking for a way out. Maybe you can see a rotted piece of wall, so you start meleeing the wall, but that piece doesn't break through. And then you find another piece of rotted wall. You finally break through that wall and get into another room. By this time, the zombies have the window halfway busted out with the boards that were on it, and you can hear them clinking to the ground. You can even look back and see, them making their way through, and then you finally get over and push a bookcase over to the thing, to the hole in the wall you just made, just as the zombies burst through the door. And again, since they are slow moving, this is a more methodically structured. Just a cleaner structure to it than in Days Gone. It's a flailing, wild, horde of zombies that are just going all crazy, which is fun. But again, this is a totally different style of gameplay. So, where was I at? So basically, you make your way out of this room, and the horde of zombies is like an ocean of zombies, just starts flooding out. Now you do have a machine gun with 200 rounds. If you wanted to, you can sit there and just and the fun thing about having a game like with a horde of zombies like that, if you want to scavenge every little nook and cranny and find as many bullets as you want just to mow down zombies, just do it, because that would be fun as shit in the game. But again, now you find a bicycle, just say. You get on the bicycle and you start going. And the horde is following you, but you're getting farther and farther away from the slow-moving horde of zombies. You go down the street and you get into a really small, old-style town. And now you can start looting the town. There's a few zombies sprinkled here or there, but you're looting up, and it's fantastic. 20 minutes later in the game, as you're looting up, and you see that horde that you left, over in the other town slowly start making its way over. You come out the house, but now you see that the horde is wrapped around. It's like a horseshoe length. So now you're going this way, and the hordes dictate where you go, because the horde, even though it's slow moving, you can't just ride or walk or go into the horde. And again, I think that's what makes it so great, and the tension, and it changes the style of the game because it's more calculating instead of just having this mass psychotic, fast moving, running lunatic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And again, there's a lot I don't know because I would have to test play that, see how that feels. What do you change and how? How do you get them to maneuver? What type of game mechanics would you have? Some of that shit for a zombie fan would be unreal. Like, you have a sword with guns. So when you don't want to use your guns, you use your sword. When you want to use your guns, you go wild. If you run out of ammo and you fall back to the sword, you're using the sword on the zombies as you're making your escape. And again, slowing them down for classic zombies, in my head when I visualize it or try to as a video game to play, there's something the game does different that looks like it could be a con, and it could actually be a pro as far as how calculating that gameplay would be. Like, you're making your getaway and there's like 5 zombies up front and like a pile in the back. If you're trying to get through an area, like prying the boards off, you turn around, slice a couple, which gives you an opening, couple zombies, you kill them, which gives you an opening to hurry up and take the other 2 boards off to make your way through. Close getaways like that would be fantastic. Why don't they do zombies in historic times, like a zombie outbreak set in the samurai setting? They do, but just not as much. Right now they have a Kingdom on Netflix that takes place in, I believe it's the samurai setting, but not, you're going to have to look at it, but not like, I think it's China and not Japan. Where was the samurai? Japan? Or is it China? I'm getting it all mixed up. But part of the reason they don't do it is not enough confidence within the market. I truly believe a zombie Wild West will work and work well because you got that atmosphere. You can't just pick up the phone and call for help, backup. You have a 6-shooter. You don't have machine guns, and it's not the same. When you watch 100 zombie movies in modern day, eventually you're going to start seeing shit that's just the same over and over again. But now you take that zombie outbreak, put it in a little western town, changes it, just the atmosphere, the environment, what you can see and what gets done. Zombie cowboy, just the visual alone. Some of this shit is like, fuck, man. And that's part of what I wanted to do with Make Path Presents. Like, we can build up and do these little shorts and crowdfund them. Let's do a short. Like, I live in North Carolina. There's little towns that look like Western towns here. Not as good as if we did something, out in, like, if we went to, like, North Dakota or South Dakota or, some of these areas that have towns that really, really look like it. I mean, shit, we can do these little shorts and have a zombie, set in a cowboy. Oh, man, that would be fire. I don't know. That would be a little tricky, though, just because of location would be specific. The time, it's just more expensive, but fuck, man, that would be awesome. Do you like Last of Us 2 now more than you did after you first played it? I actually dislike it more now than when I first played it. When I first played it, I was in love with the environment and the gameplay. And I was convinced I would play it all the time. Like, just all the time. I haven't touched it since I replayed it. I beat the game 2 full times, and then I replayed it a 3rd time to upload on the 2nd channel so I can do a flaw and all review chapter by chapter. And those videos are on this channel, by the way. I did all of Ellie's story except for like the last 10 seconds where she kills the pregnant lady. Now, I can tell you that I still love the environment. I still love dealing with the clickers. I still love the gameplay, the game mechanics. Love all of it. The story, it's even worse. The more you replay it and the more you see the cracks in the structure, I don't know how they went from part 1 to part 2. I just don't understand it. I just don't. The downgrade in quality in writing is fucking terrible. And now, for anyone who's like, you're crazy, I'll put you up against one scene. Ellie versus Abby. Ellie versus Abby, when they got the guns aimed at each other. Abby is a trained. This is what the game does. Bring Abby in. You have her do a shooting match against Manny, and Abby beats him. Abby is a trained killer. She levels up in rank. She's top of the rank. She's a marksman. She is a killer, and she is good with shooting and hitting her target. However, when Jesse comes through the door, she shoots him right in the face. Bam! One shot, done, right? And then when she's up to Ellie is right there in front of her. Now, keep in mind, Tommy hits her or something, and that gives Ellie a chance to grab her gun real quick. Ellie and Abby are staring face to face. Ellie turns around for whatever reason and aims behind her, just bucking off. I don't think I would ever fear anyone. I don't think I would even probably duck, because the chance that you're doing this and hitting me is probably almost next to nothing, the way she was shooting. But Abby aims right at her back as Ellie's running away. A trained, top of the line for their group soldier takes like 3 shots at Ellie who's running away. 10 feet away in front of her and misses all 3. The incompetence in that writing that scene alone, once you replay and check out The Last of Us Part 2, and then start paying attention to the story as it unfolds, there's just no excuse for it. It is just painful. Some of the dialogue just doesn't make any sense. They're like, well, aren't you afraid they're going to come back and get revenge? You know, we killed a few of their people. You don't understand them. They attacked you for being here. They shot at you right away. Well, yeah, as soon as they saw me, they shot at me. They're not like us. And it's like, that was probably the dumbest dialogue I think I've ever heard. And that is literally the dialogue. I will tell you to go check out that part of, I think it's like near the end with Ellie and Jesse, near the end of her arc, but it's bad. I don't want to talk about it. Last of Us just depressed me. I just don't want to talk about it. Moving on. You guys have a good night. We will likely do a watch party for The Walking Dead October 4th. So that's next Sunday. We'll do a watch party where we're all here talking about it live. And then afterwards, we will review both The Walking Dead finale and World Beyond. And I'll probably follow it up because of how it's set up. I'll probably follow it up with separate reviews, edited reviews, small ones, the following day on Monday and Tuesday for World Beyond, just to give you thoughts and opinions on that. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for an update for Doomsday Kingdom. If you have no idea, check out doomsdaykingdom.com. And issue 4 is available, physical. It's in stock right now. Or you can go to Indiegogo, which is your best bet. Get issues 1 through 5 in one book, and you get free posters. I have them sitting right here. You get some free comic-sized posters. Go check that out. Indiegogo, you can find the links down below. You have another week or 2 before we're likely going to take down the sales for the Indiegogo. So jump on that if, well, maybe 2 or 3. It depends. It depends. There's a couple people that need a little extra time. Maybe we can work with you. Put something in the comment box below. All right, stay safe. I'll see you guys next Sunday.